friends, again warm welcome to this online lecture. And today I'm here to present the topic of this second year zoology, that is the vitamins. No doubt it's a very important aspect in the physiology. Okay, so vitamins, and I'm here going to start the vitamins. How many types is there? And there are two types of vitamins there, fat soluble and water soluble. So today we are going to start the vitamins and the fat soluble vitamins. Okay, so we will start the fat soluble vitamins. See here. There are four soluble vitamins. That is fat soluble vitamins. Okay, and as you can see here, the vitamins are organic substances in food that are needed in very small amount for growth and for the maintaining good health. Okay, so this is the thing about vitamins. It is an organic substances in food and that are needed in very small amount, but it is very essential. Okay, it require a very small amount, but it require for our body. Okay, so it is needed in very small amounts for growth and for maintaining good health. Okay, and there are the vitamins that dissolve in water and the four vitamins that dissolve in fat. Okay, that's why today we are going to steer the fat soluble vitamins. So as you can see here, the A, D, E and K, these are the four vitamins which that are the fat soluble vitamins. Okay, and see here, the fat soluble vitamins are absorbed by fat globules, allowing them to travel through the intestinal walls and into the bloodstream. Okay, so and the largest amounts of fat soluble vitamins are found in fatty foods and the fish liver. Okay, so when we think about the fat soluble vitamins, so the largest amounts of the fat soluble vitamins are found in the fatty foods, and the main is the fish liver oil. Okay, now see here, again the absorption of the fat soluble vitamins takes place in the small intestine, and it depends on the presence of bile and the pancreatic juices. Okay, again it require the bile and the pancreatic juices, okay, for this action. And the excess vitamins, again, whatever the the vitamins we have taken in our diet, it may be in some time they get excess. Okay, so that particular excess vitamins are stored in the liver and adipose, that is fatty tissue of the body. Okay, so in that particular region the excess vitamin is stored. Okay, and the fat soluble vitamins are generally excreted more slowly than water soluble vitamins. One of the very important criteria of this fat soluble vitamin that it is excreted very slowly as compared to the water soluble vitamins. Okay, now see here, the fat soluble vitamins are not destroyed by normal cooking method. Again, this fat soluble vitamin is not destroyed, okay, by the normal cooking method, and they are stable to heat and light. That's why they are stable to heat and light. Okay, so they are destroyed by alkalis such as the baking soda. Okay, and some cooks add small amount of baking soda when cooking vegetables to mellow harsh flavors and the brighter colors. Okay, now the fat malabsorption syndrome or the bowel disease, for example the cystic fibrosis, ulcerative colitis, then the cholestatic liver disease or the Crohn's disease are associated with poor absorption of these vitamins. If you are failed to take this type of vitamin, then these type of diseases were common. Okay, now we move towards the actual vitamin A. One by one we have to see the vitamins. So see here, the vitamin A, it is also known as retinol. Okay, so vitamin A is also known as retinol, and see here, it is present in many animal products and is readily absorbed from those dietary sources in the small intestine. No doubt, just previously we have said that the small intestine is the place where that particular vitamin get absorbed. Okay, so see here, plants do not contain vitamin A, but many dark green or dark yellow plants contain carotenoids that are precursors of vitamin E. So see here, this is the carotene. Okay, so that particular carotenoids are the precursors of vitamin A. Okay, now say they can be converted to vitamin A, that is the retinol. Okay, and within the intestinal mucosa just prior to the absorption. Okay, so see there, carotenoids are yellow, orange, and the red pigments present in the plants. So no doubt we know the plant that is the carrots. Okay, so it contains the particular retinol. Okay, so see here again, the green vegetables also contain carotenoids, though the pigment is masked by the green pigment of chlorophyll. Green plant also contain these carotenoids, but the chlorophyll pigment that suppresses the particular pigment. Okay, so see here, the beta carotene is the name of the carotenoid. Okay, so you can see here, this is the carrot or the other green vegetables. Okay, so again we can also say that the vitamin A is found in animal products. So we can see here the fish liver oil is there. Okay, then the milk is there, meat is there, then the yellow part of the egg gets yellow. Okay, yolk. Okay, and the green vegetables. Okay, then the fatty food is there, oil food is there. So in that particular here, vitamin A can be artificially added to the milk for fortified cereals. Okay, so here this is the again recommended dietary allowances. Okay, so the carotenoids are less easily absorbed than retinol and must be converted to retinol by the body. So this is one chart is there. So in which quantity we have to take the particular vitamin, that is this here. For vitamin A, the retinol activity equivalence, that is RAE. So adolescent and the adults, the age is from 14 years and older, then they require the type of food is there. Okay, so in this table, you can see here the type of food, the amount, and the vitamin per serve and the vitamin per serve. Okay, so here it contains the liver oil, fortified breakfast cereals, and eggs, whole milk. Okay, so in this way, pumpkin is there, carrot, okay, so pineapple is there, pumpkin is there. Okay, so this is the table in which the number of product of the particular contain the vitamin A. Now again, see here, we move towards the function of vitamin A. What are the functions of vitamin A? So first function is to maintain and strengthen the skin. So this vitamin is very important as far as your skin is concerned, because see here, it maintains and strengthens your skin. First function of vitamin A. Then it maintains health of specialized tissues such as the retina of the eye. Means it is very useful for your eyes. Okay, so the maintenance of the mucosal tissue and secretions, which in turn are responsible for normal functioning of immune system. Again, it is also useful in your immune system. Okay, now the normal bone development. Again, the fourth and important function of vitamin A is the normal bone development. And the fifth is the maintenance of the reproductive system. Again, for the reproductive system or reproduction, it is very also important. So maintenance of the reproductive system required for sperm production in the male and regulate reproductive cycle in the female. Again, that vitamin is very important as far as the production of the sperm in male and the whatever the reproductive cycle of the female. Okay, that reproductive cycle again is regulated by the vitamin A. Okay, now we have taken the vitamin A for our good health. If we take vitamin in excess quantity, okay, more than requirement is there, so what happens in the excess vitamin A in the diet? So excess vitamin A is stored in the liver. Again, whatever vitamin we have taken, if whatever the vitamin we have taken, that vitamin is absorbed by the intestine, okay, and whatever the remaining vitamin is there, or the excess vitamin is there, that excess vitamin is stored in the liver, and in a well-nourished person, there may be a 2 to 12 months supply stored at any given time. Okay, So a large surplus will accumulate in the liver and may be harmful. Again, if the large quantity of the vitamin is stored in the liver, then it is also harmful to the your liver. Okay, such excessive intake are less likely to result from overeating than through the overuse of man-made vitamin pills or dietary supplements. Okay, see here, this is the pill of the particular vitamin pill. Or overdoses of man-made vitamin A is called hypervitaminosis A, and side effect of vitamin A is excess overdose include the nausea is there, dizziness, irritability, vomiting, headache, menstrual problem, dizziness, pimples, and birth defects. Again, the last and more important effect is the birth defect. If we have taken more and more vitamin A, okay, usually whatever the requirement is there, above the requirement we have taken the particular vitamin A, then it is very harmful. It get number of effect is there, nausea is there, itchiness is there, irritability is, vomiting is there, then headache, menstrual problems. Again, in ladies, the menstrual problem is there. Okay, so in that particular excess of or overdose of the particular vitamin A, in that case, this type of effect is there. See. Then the long-term vitamin A overdose can lead to liver damage. Again, if you are continuously taking the vitamin A, okay, so in that case, in the long-term, vitamin A overdose can lead to damage of your liver or a pain in the muscle and the bone and headaches. Okay, so this is vitamin A overdose of the vitamin A. Now we move towards the deficiency of vitamin A. What are the deficiencies, or if we fail to take this vitamin, okay, then what defect or what deficiency is there? Number of deficiencies. So see here the zoophthalmia, that is a major cause of preventable blindness in the children, especially in developing countries. Okay, and it is an inflammation of the cornea or the clear covering of the eye. See here, this is the, you can see that the cornea, okay, and the bitoot spot here are distinct elevated white patches on the conjunctiva, the membrane that covers most of the visible part of the eye. This type of spot is there. Okay, and again the next deficiency is the night blindness. It is also a common disease found. Okay, so if we fail to, or the not enough taking vitamin A in our diet. Okay, so night blindness is a condition making it difficult or impossible to see their dim light. Okay, and vitamin A deficiency causes the hardening and roughening of the skin again. Then the birth defects and the degeneration of mucous membrane. Okay, now see, the zinc deficiencies interfere with vitamin A metabolism. Vitamin A deficiencies exhibits iron deficiency, anemia, and the chronic alcohol consumption depletes your store of vitamin A. So this is the deficiency of vitamin A. Again, see here the normal on the right side. So this is the normal, and the vitamin A deficient rat on the left side. This is the rat, or the albino rat is there. Two albino rat is there, and this is the normal one, and that particular albino rat has that particular vitamin is not there in their diet. Okay, so deficient rat is on the left. Deficiency is in a dryness and soreness which causes the eyelid to cake and to stick together. You can see here the actual effect of the albino rat because of the deficiency of vitamin A. Okay, now we move towards the vitamin D. After vitamin A, the next vitamin is the vitamin D. So see here vitamin D. A very beautiful picture is there. The ultimate source of energy. Okay, so this is sun. So see here vitamin D is another fat soluble vitamin, and it is essential for maintaining normal calcium metabolism. The calcium metabolism is very important, and the particular vitamin D is responsible for that particular thing. Okay, so vitamin D can be synthesized by humans in the epidermis of the skin upon exposure to the ultraviolet B radiation from sunlight, or it can be obtained from the diet. So ultimate source of energy is the sun, and the vitamin D is synthesized by our skin with the help of this particular ultraviolet B radiation. Okay, and here the vitamin D works hand in hand with calcium, neither can work alone. Okay, so we know in our also number of means we have, when we small and number of people said that, alright, go to the sun and take some sun for the particular vitamin D. Okay, so see here again the sources of vitamins as little as 5 to 10 minutes of sun exposure on arms and legs or face and arms 3 times weekly between 11 am to 2 pm during the spring, summer and fall should be provide a white skinned individual with adequate vitamin D and allow for storage of any excess for use during the winter with minimal risk of skin damage. See here, no doubt the time is there, this variation, because in summer it is not possible to stand 2 pm in our area. So you can take this sun in between 8 to 10 am only in our area in the summer season. So 5 to 10 minutes exposure to your arms, legs and face, it is sufficient. Okay, and see here, vitamin D is also found naturally in very few foods. Okay, so in very few foods this vitamin D is found. So some fatty fish, that is the mackerel, salmon, sardines. So again the sardine fish is there, then the mackerel fish is there. That fish is very famous for their oil content. Okay, so see here, fish liver oil and eggs. Okay, then this is the recommended dietary allowances. Okay, now the primary function of vitamin D. See here, vitamin D is essential for the efficient metabolism and utilization of calcium by the body. Okay, now the maintenance of calcium levels within a narrow range is vital for normal functioning of the nervous system. Okay, the next function of this vitamin D is the works with calcium for bone growth and maintenance of bone density. Okay, third one is the adequate vitamin D levels may be important for decreasing the risk of high blood pressure. Okay, and it plays a role in insulin secretion under the condition of increased insulin demand. Again, one more important aspect, the we know the role of insulin in our body. Okay, now again, if we take excess amount or overdose of the vitamin D, then what happens here? Vitamin D toxicity known as hypervitamin D induces abnormally high calcium levels, which could result in bone loss, then the kidney stones and calcification of organs like the heart and kidneys if untreated over a long period of time. Okay, and the excessive exposure to sunlight does not lead to vitamin D toxicity. Okay, so excess are usually attributed to overdose of dietary supplements, and like vitamin A, a surplus of vitamin D is stored in the liver and body fat. Okay, so an individual experiencing vitamin D poisoning may complain of weakness or fatigue, loss of appetite, nausea and vomiting, and in infants and children there may be a failure of their growth. Okay, so this is the excess vitamin which we have taken in our diet. Now the deficiency. So deficiency in infants and the children, severe vitamin D deficiency results in the failure of bone to mineralize a disease called rickets. See, you can see here in this figure the ricket disease. Okay, so rapidly growing bones are most severely affected by rickets, and the growth plates of the bone continue to enlarge, but in the absence of adequate mineralization, weight bearing limbs, that is the arms and the legs, become powerful. Okay, so this is the rickets, and the vitamin D deficiency causes muscle weakness and pain in children and adults. Okay, in adults it may develop into osteomalacia, a disease characterized by the poorly calcified and softened bones. Okay, again the vitamin D deficiency increases the risk of osteoporosis, which is a progressive loss of bone density. Now, this is the risk factor of vitamin D deficiency. infants that are exclusively breastfed. Okay, then individuals with dark skin as they don't synthesize vitamin D as well as those with light skin. Then the elderly individuals as they have reduced ability to synthesize vitamin D when exposed to ultraviolet B radiation and they stay indoor more. Then the individuals covering all exposed skin or using sunscreen whenever outside. We have the fashion is there for using the number of lotions in our body when we expose or when we go to outside. So it is very harmful if we continuously use these type of lotions on your skin. Then the people with malabsorption syndromes such as the cystic fibrosis or the cholestic liver disease, the people with inflammatory bowel disease like the Crohn's disease, people who are obese, okay, then people who live in cloudy climate or cities with contaminated air that may lack sufficient amount of ultraviolet rays. Okay, in this way, the application of the sunscreen with an SPF factor of 8 reduces production of vitamin D by 85%. So this is the very risk factor of the vitamin deficiency for vitamin D deficiency. Now, this is the vitamin D. We move towards the vitamin. Next fat soluble vitamin is the vitamin E. So the term vitamin is described as a family of 8 antioxidants. Okay, so alpha tocopherol is the only form of vitamin E that is actively maintained in the human body, and the alpha tocopherol is the form of vitamin E that appears to have the greatest nutritional significance and is found in the largest quantities in the blood and tissue. Okay, so the acai is a source of omega-6 fatty acids and the alpha tocopherol. Okay, so here the value of vitamin E for tropical skin care has not been verified. It may have some moisturizing qualities but frequently causes an allergic reaction. As you can see, the omega-6 we have the fish called Clarius batrachus. It contains also omega-3, omega-6 fatty acids. Okay, we can also take this. Okay, so here the sources of vitamin E, major source of alpha tocopherol in the American diet. They corn, allium, sunflower, all this. Okay, so we can in our India also we can take this type of food in our diet for the completion of the particular vitamin A. See here again the cooking foods at high temperature destroy vitamin E. Okay, we have to think about when we cook our vegetables in high temperature, all the vitamins get destroyed. Okay, so you have to think about that particular. Then this is the recommended diet again: the olive oil, soybean oil, palm oil, canola oil. Okay, now the function, the main function of vitamin E, that is the alpha tocopherol, is that of the antioxidant. Here, antioxidant. And again, that antioxidant is a substance that reduces or prevents damage. What are the how the antioxidants is helpful? Because here that antioxidant is a substances that reduces or prevent damage. Okay, and the free radicals are very reactive atoms or molecules that typically possesses a single unpaired electron. Okay, and they are formed in the body during normal metabolism and also upon exposure to the environmental conditions such as cigarette smoke, stress, alcohol, lack of sleep, poor diet or the pollutant. Okay, and these free radicals causes destruction by trying to remove electrons from other molecules so that they will have a matched pair, and this discipline is called oxidation. Okay, so fats and some proteins are the target of free radical destruction and the result of damage to the cell membrane and the accelerated aging. Okay, and it also linked with the Alzheimer's disease, then the cataracts, heart disease, vitamin K disease, and the cancers. So see here the how antioxidants work in our body. So see, this is a free radical with one unpaired electron, and it is destroying fat and some proteins and accelerating aging in a process called oxidation, and while trying to find a second electron. Okay, and this is the antioxidant named vitamin E. He prevents the free radicals, okay, from continuing his destruction, okay, and by giving him an extra electron to hold on to, and now that the radical has 2 electrons, he is no longer free to do harm. Okay, and more free radicals will be created as a result of tobacco, alcohol, stress, lack of sleep, poor diet and pollution. Now again the excess, if we have taken this vitamin E in excess quantity, then the risk of too much vitamin is low. Again that particular whatever the vitamin E is taken by ourselves, okay, but their effect is low. Here excess amount are stored, most likely excreted, okay, means they are excreted from our body, okay, and here vitamin E may interfere with the body's ability to clot blood, or posing a risk of people taking blood thinners, okay, that is the anticoagulants. And many surgeons recommended the discontinuation of vitamin E supplements prior to surgery to avoid the risk of uncontrolled hemorrhage. Okay, so this is the excess of vitamin E. Then the next is the deficiency of vitamin E. So see here, you can see here, vitamin E deficiency has been observed in individuals with severe malnutrition, some genetic defects, and fat malabsorption syndromes such as cystic fibrosis or the cholestatic liver disease. And the severe vitamin E deficiency results mainly in neurological symptoms, including unpaired imbalance. Here, unpaired imbalance. Here, the particular lady or she has a balance in there. But if you have to take, if you have to fail to take this particular vitamin E, then the impaired imbalance and coordination or injury to the sensory nerve, muscle weakness, you can see here in the figure, and the damage to the retina of the iris. Okay. So here the vitamin D deficiency are rare. In fact, a symptomatic vitamin D deficiency in healthy individuals who consume diets low in vitamin E has never been reported. Okay. So excess vitamin E can be stored in fatty tissue of the body. So here, then the next is the K, vitamin K. So vitamin K is a fat soluble vitamin. K is derived from the German word coagulation, and coagulation refers to the process of blood clot formation. Okay, so vitamin K is essential for the functioning of several proteins involved in the blood clotting. Okay, it is very important vitamin as far as our blood is concerned. And when an injury occurs, the protein molecules with name like factor or second or the prothrombin factor 8, 7, factor 9 and the factor 10 rapidly assemble and form the blood clot. Okay, so the term thrombosis or thrombosis refer to the blood clot. So this is the recommendatory diet again. Then the sources of vitamin K. The best dietary source of vitamin K are the green leafy vegetables. Whatever the green leaf vegetable is there, that particular all they contain the vitamin K. And such as spinach is there, broccoli, brussels, okay, cabbage is there. Other resources are the certain vegetable wise good source of inputs. Oats is there, potato, tomatoes, okay, butter, and the lower levels are found in beef, pork, ham, milk, carrots, corn, most fruits, and many other vegetables. Okay, and the portion of the body's vitamin K is produced by bacteria living in the jejunum and ileum of the intestine rather than the dietary source. And this is the although allergic reaction of response if possible, there is a known act of associated with the high dose of dietary. Okay, now the deficiency of vitamin K. So see here, vitamin K deficiency are rare for two reasons. That is, one, part of the body's needs of the vitamin are produced in the intestinal tract. Again, whatever the vitamin K is required, that particular vitamin K is synthesized by or produced by the intestinal tract, and the vitamin K is conserved in the body. That means it is recycled. Okay, so it can be used over and over. So it can be recycled vitamin and it can be used continuously, and the process is called the vitamin K cycle. So is the losing associated with vitamin K deficiency? You can see here this portion. Okay, so adults at the risk of vitamin K deficiency include those taking vitamin K, anticoagulants, drugs, that is the warfarin and the comedine, heparin, that may be prescribed by for blood clots in the legs and lungs. Individuals with significant liver damage or disease and individuals with disorders of fat malabsorption may also be at increase the risk of vitamin K deficiency. Okay. So here a large dose of vitamin A and vitamin A and vitamin E have been found to counteract the function of vitamin K and interfere with vitamin K absorption. Okay. See here again the symptoms of vitamin K deficiency includes easy brushing and bleeding that may be manifested as nosebleeds, bleeding gums, then the blood in the stool, tarry black stool or extremely heavy cholesterol bleeding in there. Okay, so see here this is the spontaneous subcutaneous hemorrhage as you can see here in above figure. In a chick fed vitamin K deficient diet for 15 days and the bottom chick was fed an adequate diet and in the same age. So this is the deficiency of the particular vitamin K. Again, okay. And if the overall is there, excess intake of vitamin K rarely occurs. Okay. So I get it can promote thrombogenesis and hemolysis, or the cells are destroyed faster than bone marrow can produce new ones, and these dose of vitamin K can also increase risk of jaundice. Unless medically prescribed, vitamin K should be consumed only from food source of prevent toxic levels. Okay, so see here this is the blood clot picture is there, and with this the fat soluble vitamins, that is the vitamin A, D and K is now finished. I hope this will be helpful for your study, and with this I am stop here. Again, if you have any query for this lecture, you just ask your query in our Google Classroom or my YouTube channel also. Okay, till then stay home, stay safe. Thank you very much.